Okay, hey, it is the 22nd? Yes, it's the 22nd at about 1 a.m. because I'm crazy. And I'm just going to update you on my reading. I'm on page 360 of Akawa and 145 of Shadow and Bone. I also started a new book that I said I would keep starting and I didn't. And that one would be Taming of the Shrew. So, I don't know if it's just been a while since I've read Shakespeare / some new words, but like I'm struggling a little bit, but like I'm getting the gist, but also not seeing the characters. I'm like, wait, hold up, who's who? Because a lot of people that have similar plans so far, but I'm interested. But I know there are a bit of like issues with just how it's aged, this one, because instead of being equals, Catherine kind of just gets made into a subservient piece of noodle. And also, like, her name is Katharina in this edition, which I don't know if that's in all of them, but I'm like, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna be sleeping soon. Yo, it is the 23rd. I got a cute little fuzz. I didn't update you yesterday because there wasn't really anything to update. And I am stressed just because I'm like working a bit more this week. I don't really have a day off 3 weeks in a row. So that's stressful, but at the same time they're not full days, so it could be much worse. It's just like an adjustment, but you do what you gotta do. I'm on page 446 of Akawa, so we're slowly but steadily getting there. We just had the big meeting with all of the High Lords, which went pretty terribly, and Tamlin showed up to be a dick. Fabulous. Just great. But we do have lots of allies now. I don't know what we're gonna do. But also, Nesta is finally becoming a somewhat decent person, which I really appreciate. And like, she's actually starting to like build more of a connection with Cassian, and I'm like, we knew this. Get it, girl? Get it. So yeah, I am about to head off to work, and then I have rehearsal tonight, and then I'm working 9 to 3 tomorrow and seeing a musical that my drama school's high school students are putting on. So I'm just gonna not stress myself into reading. I'm just gonna read when I read. I have my cutie doggy Sushi over there sleeping. So cute. And there is Kiki like, what's up? What's up? What's up? So it's the 27th. I missed a few days just because, missed a few days either just because I hadn't really been reading much or just like I've been a bit of an emotional roller coaster, but I'm on the up, so that's good. So I finished A Court of Wings and Ruin today, so yay! I gotta say with the series, I think I enjoyed the first one the most, and then it kind of dragged from there, but I still enjoyed it. But I think it was more just because it was very emotionally taxing reading them, and it just was like really affecting my emotional state like the whole time. So like I enjoyed it, but also I just think it wasn't the right time to read it, or it was just too potent emotionally. But I like it. I just kind of wish there was more that had happened. But I know the series is continuing in some kind of spin-off way, so that's alright. But yeah, I really didn't see the thing about Moore being a lesbian, which like, you go girl if that's your thing. But that's, yeah, it's really dangerous with her family being that crazy. And I'm kind of mad that she didn't like tell Cassian and Azriel or just someone, because like they totally would have been her beard if that's what she needed. Like maybe not Azriel, but yeah. Also, unpopular opinion maybe, but I was kind of shipping Azriel and Elaine there for a bit. Because, yeah, I don't know where Elaine stands. She was kind of like starting to give Lucian a chance, but it was very open-ended, so we'll see. Tamlin redeemed himself like a bit, and I'm glad they could both just kind of be like, be happy, be happy. That was nice. And like, oh my god, just I was like crying / on the verge of crying that last like chunk of the book because I read the last 100 pages today, and and when I thought people were dead and then they weren't, which like I'm kind of glad, but it just becomes a bit predictable when it's like they're dead. No, they're not. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's something that I kind of found annoying before, but especially hearing like other booktubers talk about it, I'm like, yeah, it's making me like even more annoyed that someone relates. That like it makes me hate it even more. So like I'm glad no one died, but at the same time like the only person that died was Dad, and that was really nice. He came in at the end, but like that wasn't like the worst death there could have been. Yeah. So I'm picking up Shadow and Bone again. I like tried to read a bit today, but I had rehearsal and then a family shindig, so I haven't really read much of it at all. I had to like backtrack a few pages to remind myself what is up. But I'm very confident I can finish that. I want to get stuck back into Taming of the Shrew because I haven't touched that for a few days either. Because I know I can read that. It's just a play. And I'm not 100% what I'm reading next, because I think I do just need some happiness in my life. So I might pick up like a contemporary or like an old favourite and just see what challenge it fits for. Been talking for a while. Peace out, y'all. Hey, it is the 29th and I just finished Shadow and Bone today. So I knew I could get it done because it's quite short. And I gotta say, I'm a little bit underwhelmed, but like I will continue the series. I own the rest of the series and the spin-offs except the King of Scars. I think this is just more like setting up kind of thing. Like I see the potential, but I just feel like this could have been longer, and just I wasn't happy with the end, how she just kind of ran away, because I'm like, you should have stayed and like faced him now that you had power back over the Darkling. Also, I'm really confused because people ship the Darkling and Alina, and so far, excuse me, I don't know if he can be redeemed. But that's how I felt about Rysand/Rhysand as well. So I know the other two are chunkier, so there you go. As I've been whinging about, I just needed a break from all the high fantasy, just because like either it's been affecting my mood or just my mood hasn't been right for it. So I'm picking up an old favourite, Sisterhood of the Travelling Pants. This is a bind-up of the first two. I'll just make my way through the series. I don't plan on... There's only like 2 days left for the readathon, so if I'm lucky I'll finish the first one. That would be cool. And that is for the Read an Old Favourite, which I'm like, wow, look how yellow these pages are. I don't know if you can see, but they're quite yellow. I read this 10 years ago. Yeah, that's insane. And I'm even using the same bookmark that like one of my teachers made. It says Teach and like little beads. So it's just like bringing all the nostalgia with that. Especially, I have also been reading Taming of the Shrew by Billy Shakes, and I don't know what page I'm on because it's the complete works, but I'm on act 1 scene 2, so like not very far. But look, I have been focusing on Shadow and Bone, but like look how small the print is, and it's like Bible pages, so like reading a page feels like I'm reading more than a page. Let me actually just have a quick look of how far it is. If I'm like super powering ahead, which like don't count on it, I might try and read another play. I don't know if I'll read another Shakespeare because it does take a bit of brain power. So I have like 20 of these crazy pages left. So yeah, that's just goals to try and finish Taming of the Shrew and Sisterhood by the end of the month. It's like less than the end of the week. And I have read I have read a total of 2,521 pages. So that's cool. So like super goal would be to read like 3,000 pages. So it kind of like 3,100, so it's like 100 pages a day. Is that right? Maths, I don't know. So it's a total of 5 books. Hopefully it will be 7 by the time I'm done. I don't think I'm going to do any other readathons this year, like maybe casually do Tome Topple, because it just kind of works well because the Toll is coming out and my pre-order should be on its way very soon, and that's over 500 pages, as well as like I want to read Mistborn. Like I've set myself a lot of books for the end of the year to read and I'm not going to get to them all, but I'm going to try. I will probably just update you at the end of the readathon. Hello everybody, I'm here to wrap up the Simsathon. It's already like the 4th of November, but like look, I just wanted like a bit of time to like debrief and then talk about it. So I didn't end up finishing Taming of the Shrew because I just didn't, and obviously with the language it was taking a bit long. So oh wait, I didn't update the spreadsheet because I did finish Sisterhood of the Travelling Pants. Okay, scratch that. New total is 2,803, 6 books, 27 points, and I need to figure out what's worth what, how many points. I'm not even going to bother because I don't know how to put it in the spreadsheet and I'm probably just going to confuse myself. So even though I didn't read as many things as I wanted to, I got to a lot of things I've been meaning to get to. I'm just going to make a little like stack so I can like show off for myself and for the internet. Alright, I got it. I have all the books I read here. This is a compilation. I'm still reading the second Summer of the Sisterhood at the moment. But here, a lot of high fantasy, mainly teen, 1 adult. But just to let you know what I'm currently reading, because I read lots of books. I'm reading the second Summer of the Sisterhood. This isn't like high priority, I'm just enjoying revisiting these girls, especially like Bridget was always my favourite character, and this is kind of where we see her lose herself and find herself again, so I really want to go on that journey with her now that I'm older and wiser and can probably understand things a little bit more. Something I've been reading for like ages is Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, and that's because it's, you know, short stories, which I find very hard to just sit down and read the whole thing. I kind of have to do like story at a time, and even then like I feel like it takes me longer than usual to read. Also, I know it wasn't that long ago that I finished all the Shadowhunter books and reread the ones, but I just finding it hard to remember who's who. I know like the general cast, but it's when it gets to more like Tess and Will's kids and the cousins and the aunties, like they even try to explain it, but I was just like, yeah. So my plan is to reread Infernal Devices before Chain of Gold. That's the main one. And also I want to reread Dark Artifices just because I really enjoyed that. Third book I'm currently reading is Thunderhead by Neil Schusterman, because my pre-order for the Toll should be coming in any day now from Book Depository, just because that was the only way for me to get guaranteed hardback. And I feel like stores in Canberra aren't like that prompt on new releases unless they're like massively popular, which I think this is, but it's a bit niche. You know, it's not like the Handmaid's Tale sequel Testaments that was like everywhere straight away. My battery's about to die. Let me quickly show you. I bought some books. Hold on, camera. Because I had some store credit, which I exceeded, but like, you know, I still got it cheaper than I would have. I got The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle because it sounds like Cluedo, with like a thriller. I don't have many thrillers. I have a lot of high fantasy. So again, I got a YA thriller, Girls with Sharp Sticks. I didn't like, wasn't sucked in straight away by the first few pages and reading it in the store, but I feel like I just need more of this genre, because I feel like that's part of why I find it hard to pick what to read next, because I just have a lot of samey, and I don't want to like drench myself in a genre that I don't want to oversaturate it for myself, where I don't enjoy it anymore because it's just like too much. Same with contemporaries. So I want to get more thrillers, contemporaries, even like sci-fis, but I feel like they're hit and miss. There are a few I like. Yeah, so if you joined in, let me know how you went with the Sims-a-thon, what you're reading, if you've read any of the books I read. Let's talk about books.